So what do you think this is? Anyone? Something to eat out of? Pot for candy? No, this is a hat. At least where I come from. Yeah, I talked about my hometown last week, and I made Lebanon seem a bit boring, but that's just my hometown. Lebanon's actually quite amazing. Today I'm going to talk about differences between Lebanon and Canada. First I'm going to start off with this hat. It's called tarboush. It's made out of cloth, and it's usually red. As you can see, I did a great job, resembles it quite well. So what's the point of the hat? I mean, it doesn't stop the sun. It's made out of cloth, so it doesn't stop rain. And it's hollow, so it doesn't keep you warm. So what's the point of the hat? Well, after extensive research, and from this website called Geniuses from Lebanon, this historian called Bashar Hassan actually discovered the point of this hat. See, it's hollow, right, and it's red. So when enemies try to shoot you, it goes right through. See? Geniuses. Okay, speaking of shooting, wars. Lebanon's had a lot of wars. We've always won wars. For example, the last war we had, the enemy lost 100 people, we only lost 1,000. Our enemy suffered $2 billion of financial losses, we only suffered $16 billion. See, we won, clean sweep. What about, and then a more compelling evidence is our capital city has been destroyed and rebuilt only 7 times. And we've only had 17 civilizations take over Lebanon. But what's the point of war? Freedom, right? When I came to Canada, I thought you guys had a lot of freedom. But my first week here, I tried crossing the street, and my friend's like, that's illegal, you can't do that. I tried spitting, my friend's like, that's illegal, you're going to get fined. What kind of freedom is that? In Lebanon, you can cross whenever you want. Problem is, you probably get hit for a car, because pedestrians never have the right of way. It's always like an action movie, trying to get from one side to the other side of the road. What about spitting? Not only can you spit there, you can spit on people. I mean, the cop would say, oh, nice shot, you got the guy in the eye, What about the freedom to vote? You guys have freedom here to vote. But what if you get outvoted and someone you don't like gets elected? Well, in Lebanon, we have something really simple and easy. Assassination. It's quite easy, because in Lebanon, we had 10 assassinations in 1 year once. From politicians to broadcasters, if someone says something you don't like in the TV, just take them out. What about drinking and driving? You can't, I'm sure a lot of you drink, and a lot of you sometimes will drive, right? Wouldn't you like to mix both together? In Lebanon, you can drink and drive. No, literally, you can drink and drive. My dad used to drive as he's drinking beer. And this is when I was a kid, and for some reason he didn't care much. Instead of being sitting there with a seatbelt on, my head was outside the window, and I was waving, trying to grab cars. I'm like, Dad, look, I can grab the car. And my dad was just sitting there sipping on his beer. What about the drinking age? Here you have to be 19 years of age to buy booze, right? And to drink. Back home, I bought booze for my dad when I was like 10 years old. And the store people, as long as you have the money, they just give you the booze. And, my dad didn't let me drink. He forced me to drink. I didn't like it, and my dad would say, you're not a man. Well, I'm not a man. I guess he was right. I was 10 years old. My uncle's approach was a bit better, though. My cute little 5-year-old cousins, he just slipped booze into their drinks, and they just spit it out. It's a great approach, isn't it? So, in conclusion, I talked about the differences between Lebanon and Canada. And, things like crossing the road and dodging bullets with this hat, makes you appreciate life more. And I hope that now you know which country I prefer and which country you might prefer. The decision's obvious to me, though. I obviously prefer Lebanon. Now, you might say I'm a bit biased because I'm from there, but why would I want to live here when I can dodge bullets in Lebanon with this hat?